Secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're gonna take Doge to Mars. Can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time?
Elon, what do you want to do? Oh, I want to send astronauts to Mars. How much will it cost? A lot, possibly $1 trillion. Is it dangerous? Yes. Will people die? Probably. What's the return on that investment? I can't think of one right now. That's a 5-minute meeting.
Are you sincerely trying to save the world?
Well, I'm trying to do good things, yeah. I mean,
at some point there's going to be a third world war. After World War III, who knows what's left after World War III? This race between do we become a multi-planet species or World War III? Which one is first? And if World War III is first, maybe we never get to another planet.
If you have the power of geoengineering to terraform another planet, then you have the power of geoengineering to terraform Earth back into Earth.
Elon Musk wants to build a city on Mars, but in order to do that, he has to clear 7 impossible challenges in a row. From landing the world's biggest rocket to making the fuel on another planet and keeping humans alive in a planet that wants to kill them. And the catch here is, even if one challenge fails, the whole mission collapses. And that's why some say Elon Musk could lose everything on Mars. As a boy in South Africa, Elon Musk was captivated by science fiction stories that warned if humanity stays on one planet, one disaster like World War III could wipe us entire humanity or could even throw us back to Stone Age. After selling PayPal, Elon Musk wanted to achieve this dream. So, in 2001, he flew to Russia to buy an intercontinental ballistic missile for his Mars Oasis project. But the Russians mocked at him and quoted the prices that he could not afford. On the flight back to home, Elon Musk made a wild decision that if rockets were so expensive to buy from Russia or somewhere else, why not build them on your own? And the entire world thought he was insane. And at first, they were right, because SpaceX's first 3 rockets exploded. And by 2008, Elon Musk was nearly bankrupt. Tesla was collapsing, and the 2008 financial crisis made it one of the worst times to run out of money or to be in business. Later, Elon Musk said it was one of the worst years of his life. But finally, on the 4th try, SpaceX did it. A small rocket named Falcon 1 reached the orbit, and just weeks later, NASA has handed SpaceX a $1 billion contract. And finally, SpaceX was saved from the brink of bankruptcy. And what came next changed the space industry forever, because SpaceX has used reusable rockets that cut down the cost nearly up to 10 times. But this wasn't the only goal of Elon Musk, because he saw reusable rockets weren't just to launch satellites, but as a stepping stone to the Mars. And with the Starship, the largest rocket ever built, he finally sees that dream is within the reach. But the catch here is, landing on Mars isn't the victory. It is only the beginning. Once humans land there, SpaceX has to face 7 crucial challenges. And even if one of them fails, the entire mission collapses. And Elon Musk may lose everything. And those are the 7 challenges that we are going to see now. And the first challenge is, to land on Mars, it's nothing like to land on Earth or Moon. Because Earth has thicker air, so parachutes slow you down. And the Moon has no air and weak gravity, so rockets can land with ease. But the Mars is the worst of the both worlds because strong gravity pulling you down fast, yet air too thin for parachutes to slow you down, and still thick enough to cause heat and turbulence. And now add the scale. Elon Musk doesn't just need one landing, he needs to deliver more than 100 tons of cargo, like habitats, fuel cells, and life support, not just once, but dozens of times. And on Mars, a single crash doesn't just cost you billions, but it could wipe out the very essential supplies that people need to survive there. And that's why landing heavily, safely, and repeatedly is the first life and death challenge. But landing is just the step one. The real test begins once you step outside of the rocket. Because Mars is brutal. Temperatures there plunge up to minus 80 degrees Celsius. And the air is mostly carbon dioxide, and the dust storms can rage for up to several months. The crew would live inside a sealed habitat fully dependent on life support. On Earth, a power cut is just a mere inconvenience. But on Mars, this could be a death sentence. Earth protects us with a thick atmosphere and a strong magnetic field, but Mars has none of them. Once you step out there, radiation can damage your organs, heart, even your brain. And NASA warns that a long stay could hit humans with more than 100 times of radiation than on Earth, that is, underground bases or soil piled on the sealed habitats. But each turn adds complexity. Until we solve the problem, Mars will not be suitable or won't be a second home. And the fourth challenge is the human body itself. Even if the rockets land you safely and even the life support never fails there, there is one problem that no machine can solve, and that is our human body. On Earth, we evolved for one atmosphere, one gravity, and one environment. But Mars has none of them, and its gravity is 1/3 of Earth's. So no one knows what low gravity can do to our bones, muscles, and even heart. And beyond survival lies the biggest unknown. Can humans even have children on Mars? Because without new generations, a colony might just be a temporary camp. And the challenge here is not just to survive on Mars, but also make the human body to adapt for it. One of the most important challenges in these 7 is the fuel, because getting to the Mars is only the off the job, and coming back needs the fuel. And the problem here is carrying fuel from the Earth not only makes it so expensive, but also it makes far too heavy for the rocket to carry. For example, today it costs nearly $10,000 to carry one single pound into Earth's orbit. And we are talking here about Mars and the weight in several tons. So the bill may be in several billions. So Elon Musk's solution is bold. Why not make fuel on Mars itself? So his suggestion is that pull carbon dioxide from the air, melt water and ice from the ground, and run through them the Sabatier reaction to make methane and oxygen, exactly what the Starship uses. On paper, it works, but if it fails, Mars is not going to be a round trip, it's going to be a one-way ticket. And let's say the crew survives, and the real test in making a colony is turning a barren land into a livable city. And Elon Musk imagines sealed domes or underground lava tubes with the walls thick enough to hold the pressure and block radiation and keep in heat. NASA estimates one astronaut needs 10,000 pounds of supplies per year. And for 100 people, that will be 1,000,000 pounds. Some of it can be recycled, but not all of it can be recycled. And it is not just like engineering, it is like creating a full ecosystem on a planet that doesn't want you to be there. And finally, the last challenge is the money. Sure, Elon Musk is worth more than $400 billion, but building a colony on Mars would require several trillions. So, SpaceX or Elon Musk can't do it alone. He needs several investors, maybe support from the government, or ordinary citizens like you and me need to pay.
So, how would Elon get to send his rockets to Mars? From the playbook of the history of geopolitics. What'll happen? The United States decides we need to send astronauts to Mars one day, geopolitically, by whatever force is operating on us. And then NASA looks around and says, we don't have a rocket to do that. And then Elon says, I have a rocket, and rolls out his rocket to Mars. Then we ride a SpaceX rocket to Mars. That could easily happen. But I just want to make it clear, it's not a mission initiated by a private company. Because the money for that is not going to come from his earnings on anything else he does in space. It's going to come from taxpayers funding NASA's goals, inspired by the geopolitics of the world at that time.
Elon Musk says the Earth won't last forever. Like I said, maybe due to climate change or due to a World War III. And honestly, with current scenarios, it may be possible or may not. We never know. But the important question here to ask is, will humanity spend trillions on Mars when Earth itself is still on fire? Because with that trillions of money, you could make Earth a very better place. You could create Earth more livable and more better in several aspects. So the question here is, will Elon Musk remembered as a man who wasted everything chasing a fantasy, or as a man who gave humans a backup plan to survive? Because if he is right, the cost of trying may be massive, but the cost of not trying, it could be everything. If you have liked the video so far, please do check out our other video on how Mark Zuckerberg is gambling $50 billion over Meta.